It's your daily dose of Donna. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, November 3rd. Happy November. We are officially in a new month. A new month. Do you know what that means? That just means we're closer to the end of the year. It's officially 52 days until Christmas. I found that out today at my gym. Let me tell you exactly where we are. We are 52 days until Christmas, 41 days until Hanukkah, and 24 days until Thanksgiving. No one's freaking out. No one's freaking out. Okay, we are also 12 days until my son's bar mitzvah. All good over here. All good. Nothing to stress about. We're good. We're good. How are you guys doing? We have a fun show today. We have so much to talk about. I mean, fun. It's always fun on Daily Dose of Donna, but is it going to be fun conversation topics? I don't know. We're talking about new harassment claims coming from Millie Bobby Brown. This is a crazy story. We're going to get into that. But first, we're going to talk about misinformation. Misinformation alert. Misinformation alert. Welcome to mainstream media. Misinformation alert all over your news feeds, all over your news feeds, everywhere you look, everywhere you look. Everywhere there's a fake headline, and usually Taylor Lorenzo's behind it. Everywhere you look, everywhere. Bullshit. Over it. Hashtag over it. We will talk all about that, the Baldoni lively updates. That everyone that isn't really paying attention, they're like, oh, all those headline readers are like, it's over. It's over. Lively was the victim of a horrible SH situation on set and a smear campaign. And she won and Baldoni lost. It's over. But, you know, if you've been a victim of smear campaign, you've come of a smear campaign and fake news on online, you've come to the right place. Welcome. It's your daily dose of Donna. OMG. Number one, let's just talk about some fun stuff, right? Halloween. How was your Halloween? Did you guys see my pictures on social? Did you see? I was 6'7", like every other mom and dad in America. I was 6, Lance was 7. We were out in Calabasas. It was fun. We had a great time. Let's see if I have any pictures that I can quickly pull up to show you guys. I can never show you video with noise, like with sound when I share a video. It's kind of annoying, actually. For some reason, it doesn't allow the share quality. It doesn't allow sound. But yeah, I can show you some pictures. You know, I'm not a Halloween person. I kind of explained that to you last week. I'm just really not into a Halloween situation, but this was Lance and I. We were 6 and 7. As you can tell, we really put so much into it, meaning we grabbed some tape. That was what we did. We worked all day, picked the kids up, ran over there, drove over there. It was a whole thing. Now, the kids had more fun with it. Dylan did his own makeup, did this all on his own. I helped him for just 2 seconds, but Dylan was Beetlejuice. How good is that? He killed it. Dylan was amazing. Oliver was a Lorax with all of his friends, and I loved it. He's so cute. Oliver was a Lorax with his Lorax buddies. So that was fun. Let me see. Yeah, Oliver. I don't know if I should show his friends here, but we had fun. It was good. There was a lot of drinks served. This is my friend's. Where's the play button? This is my friend's house. Oh my God, what's going on here? Look at this cool little tequila with all the shots. There was a ghost situation. That was fun. I don't think you guys heard that. We had crazy costumes walking down the streets in Calabasas over there. They closed off the street. It was like a very cool situation. Um, was with its friends. Yeah, it was a very crazy. It was one of those neighborhoods that people go all out. I mean, really all out. It's a lot of like set dresser type neighborhoods, you know? There was a haunted house, tons of people. It was wild. Never stopped. Just kids on kids on kids on kids on kids. But it was fun. It was a fun time. And then, of course, not just, the night after, of course, we had the Dodgers. The Dodgers won, and that was so much fun. We were over at my friend's house watching the World Series, and that was amazing. Obviously, we're all Dodgers fans over here in LA, and it was the most amazing win ever. We could not believe that the Dodgers pulled that out. I'm so sorry to our Toronto friends. Actually, that was so sad, the fact that the Toronto Blue Jays lost. I really, truly, I'm not going to lie. I cannot believe that happened because no offense, Dodgers, but you didn't deserve this one. I mean, the Dodgers played, it was an amazing series, but that was not their best game. Don't you agree? That was not their best game. Toronto played better on that game. They were on base more. It was not a great game. I thought for sure we were losing. The fact that we won that game, it was like, what? Now, I did jump up and down and celebrate, as did Megan, our bestie. This, guys, I'm trying really, really hard to not be mean, but I'm also human, and it's very hard to watch this video and not react in a normal way, a normal way to to seeing this video. I mean, to see Meghan Markle celebrating the Dodgers win and not react in a just normal way. And I say this, it's not about Meghan Markle. If any one of my friends posted this video, I would also be like, you sure you want to keep that up there, girl? Now, if you're watching the Dodgers game, the World Series, I should just say, and you're filming yourself just with you and one friend and your husband, and you're filming yourself, and then you decide to post it on the internet, and this is what the video is, I would truly maybe question like your choices. Because if you're going to post yourself on the internet and you're a public figure, oh gosh, hold on. Wrigley, you can't play with that. Oh no. You have to question what you choose to post online when you're a public figure. You get scrutinized. You know that people pull every single thing you do apart. You're Blake Lively, basically. You know that every single thing that you're posting is going to be pulled apart, but you choose to post this. The camera is not even on you and your friend, who actually seem like you're more into baseball than your husband. The camera's on your husband, who looks like he is forced to watch Love is Blind. He looks like my husband. He looks like my husband when I force him to watch a reality show that he doesn't want to watch. He is a man watching the World Series, and he looks so miserable. Now, she is over here on the left. You can't even see her. And she's supposedly the fan with her friend. Her friend hands up in the air, but we can't see the friend. And we end up just actually hearing some sounds that are so strange. I did get a comment in my stories. Someone said, "Is that a hyena?" Check it out. Okay, so let's stop there before we go into more. Ah, woo, wah, woo, 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 ah, woo, woo, woo. I can't even do it. My throat doesn't allow for that. But also, I want to do the run. I think we should do the run together. It's the run. He's not even getting up. I think he fell asleep. He doesn't know where he is. He's like, now she comes over. Why is she running with like she has something in her pants? Does she have a diaper? It's the weirdest video I've ever seen in my life. I watched it with the hands. Woo! 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 Wrigley, Wrigley. Woo! 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 The Dodgers won't. Woo! I mean, it is wild. He sits there and he's like, "Am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to be happy about this?" She jumps up and down. If it was just of her and her friend, I think it would have been a great video. It would have been fine. It's the running over to him. "We're supposed to be happy, Harry. H. 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 We won the World Series." It was quite a show. A horror show, some would say. Though some would be me. Make sure Wrigley is literally, thank you, Wrigley, for being a paid actor. I'll give you 10% of the income from this video. It will go towards your treats. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking this video in advance. I'll need that. Miranda says there's no way that she was an actress. Yeah, I think she used to be good. I don't know what happened to her in the last few years. Everything she does is so contrived. I feel that too. This was a bad choice. She lacks self-awareness. She and Blake Lively are cut from the same exact cloth. It's wild. Everything they do feels so are they both working with Leslie Sloan? They have the same PR team, it feels like. Like no one would say that was a good move. No one. Okay. Thank you so much, Joy, for the super chat. Donna, weren't you a casting person? Please get Megan and Andrew a show on HGTV called Royally Screwed because they both screwed that one up. Yeah, they definitely. I don't know what their next move is. I need to get Kinsey Schofield back on this on the show. Actually, she's due to come back on my show. We were just texting about it. We got to get her on the show, and we just got to ponder about what her next move is. I've talked about this, by the way. This is kind of separate. This is not about the royal family, but this is a little bit of a side note. I'm getting Maureen Callahan back on my show. We were just in DMs over the weekend. This is totally a side note, but the royal family reminds me of the Kennedys in some weird way, just because of family that has so much scrutiny and so much like eyes on them and just so much bad blood and drama. The book Ask Not, which Maureen Callahan wrote about the Kennedys. The reason why I'm talking about it is because on Friday I talked about Julia Fox wearing that dress that Jackie Kennedy wore the day JFK got assassinated. I'm listening to Ask Not. I'm almost done. It is so freaking interesting. And I am so immersed now into the Kennedy family and all of that, which reminds me a little bit of like the royal family in that weird way, just like so many stories and so much craziness. Anyway, I'm going to have Maureen on my show. We're going to talk about that in the next couple weeks. And I'll have Kinsey. We'll talk about the royal family. And also another fun guest that's coming up later this week. I am going to have Amber and Athena, who are both the co-hosts of Ex-Wives Undercover. They also are the stars of the new 3-part documentary series called Don't Date Brandon. It's on Paramount Plus. This is a deep dive episode, 3-part episodes that you guys need to watch to get started and get a head start for the episode that I think I'll air on Friday. So this is a phenomenal, crazy, like Dirty John type of show. If you guys have Paramount Plus, you have to watch it. I'm not going to give it away by telling you what it's about. I mean, to tell you kind of like the synopsis, but it's your biggest nightmare scenario if you're worried about dating a guy that lives a double life. This guy lived a double life, triple life, quadruple life, 10 times double life. Like it's the worst Tinder swindler type of story you can even imagine. And it's all about the women that he's kind of screwed over coming together to take him down. It's an amazing true story. And I'll have the women from that book from that podcast in the show, the documentary series on my pod. So it's going to be so good. So watch the documentary series Don't Date Brandon on Paramount Plus to research before they come on the show. It's really good. All right, awesome. Let's get into the show today. Before I do, I want to remind you guys this week we have a couple great sponsors. The first sponsor is, of course, Lola Blankets. You know how much I love my Lola Blankets. Lola Blankets is the blanket of my house. My Wrigley loves Lola Blankets. My kids love Lola Blankets. Everyone in my house loves a Lola blanket. And you guys can get 40% off your entire order at lolablankets.com by using Daily Dose as a code at checkout. We all love a Lola blanket, especially during these colder nights, because when we watch TV, when we watch Don't Date Brandon or Harry and Meghan, whooping it up, watching the Dodgers, we just like to get cozy on the couch. It's a perfect holiday gift. It's personal, luxurious, and perfect for anyone who loves to be cozy, especially in the season. It's better than any blanket I buy in any of the home goods type stores. It's a great quality. You can throw it in the washer and the dryer. It doesn't like get stretchy. None of the fabrics get pulled apart. It's perfect. It's my go-to, personal, beautiful, and something people actually use every day. So it has 10,000 five-star reviews. There's different sizes, different colors, different designs. It's phenomenal. Just make sure to go to Lola Blankets. Get 40% off your entire order by using code Daily Dose at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code Daily Dose for 40% off. And they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support my show and tell them I sent you. Thank you so much, Lola Blankets. Let's get into the first story, which is, of course, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. All right. Okay. Special cases, Donna, I love you, but those blankets are pricey. They are, but 40% off. That's like basically half off. And this is a blanket that will last. It's not a blanket that is going to get tossed after 6 weeks or 6 months or whatever. I've had one for almost probably 8 months already now, or 6 months. And we've washed it probably 6 times because I have a little puppy. And you can imagine there's been accidents and stuff. I've washed it, we've spilled on it, and it's perfect. It's great quality still. Okay, now let's get into the story. Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, as you guys know, I've kind of, I dabble talking about this case. I get annoyed with it. I get over it. It's been going on for as long as I can remember. It's longer than Wrigley's life. It's the case that never goes away. And I think that the world is sick of talking about it too, which is why all these headlines right now are just picking up the headline that everyone is talking about, which is basically, it's over. It's over. It's like one person said the case is over, and now everyone and their mother has picked up the same case, the same headline, almost like no one is really doing their due diligence. They just pick up they just see what the other headline is and they just jump on it. It kind of reminds me a little bit about that headline with the Taylor Swift subpoena. If you guys remember the subpoena situation when that guy remember when that guy got arrested going into into Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's house, and someone, the son, was it the son, who had reported that it was because the guy was there to serve Taylor Swift, and everyone started reporting on it after the son, and no one ever did their due diligence. So this is what's happening. TMZ first reported it, then all of a sudden everywhere got picked up. Everyone started picking it up. And if you Google Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, it's every single outlet is posting this. It's on the front cover of Page 6, Daily Mail, TMZ, every article, and including big journalists are covering it. And it's weird because it's actually not really true. Now, it says Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit. I mean, it is true, but it's not. I'll explain. Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds comes to dramatic ending. Well, we know that this has been over. Justin Baldoni sued Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds for $400 million in January. We know that. We also knew it ended. and it got dismissed in June. He had the chance to appeal, and as far as I know, he chose not to. I'm 99% sure this is old news. Nothing here is new. There's been some new movement and I am not following, I'm not an attorney, I'm not following the ins and outs of the legality, is the legal stuff. So I don't know like the details of the dates and the appeals and this and that, but I know 1000% that this is not the end of the legalities of the case, because Justin Baldoni is now a defendant. He is not right now going after Blake Lively for anything. He is right now defending himself. He's defending his name. He's defending he's defending himself. And this is truly just egregious reporting. And what's happening here is that they are grabbing onto this headline for some reason. And I think it's Leslie Sloan being, pushing it. And it's because it's making Blake Lively look somehow like she is the winner. And most people are jumping on this. And it's what I find weird. And I'm going to show you what Katie and KC, my friend Katie and KC, said about this here, the TMZ take on it, is that somehow people are now jumping on Blake Lively's side more than I've ever seen before. And I'll show you a little bit on X what's happening, and saying, thank you, Katie. I'll pull up this comment in a second. Which is, they're saying, I knew it all along. Blake Lively has been the recipient of a smear campaign this whole time. I knew it. I'm so glad that the world finally sees that poor Blake, she has been the recipient of this. Like it's, I can't believe poor women are, hated this much in the world. Et cetera, et cetera. It's like wild. All of a sudden people feel so vindicated, but it's not over, you guys. It's not over. Now, Katie of Arc says he had the opportunity to amend, not appeal, Donna. There you go. He did not amend. That's the difference. So it was just the difference of amending. The new order says that the clock to appeal doesn't start until the motions for Blake's fees is decided. Yes. So you have a 30-day clock once the motions for Blake's fees is decided, which hasn't even been decided yet. So it's very, very frustrating, right? Now let's go look over at what Katie said about this on, I believe it was Friday.
Absolutely fucking insane. I don't even know what to say. This Blake Lively and her legal team and her PR team must know that there is some bad news coming her way, and the PR is not going to be looking in her favor soon. Because this is what feels like a hit piece. Justin Baldoni does not appeal the Blake Lively lawsuit dismissal. Justin Baldoni accepts loss in Blake legal war, but she's not done with him. Did TMZ's legal sign off on this? Let me break down what's actually going on in case you decide to read some. I love gossip, but this ain't it. This is something else. Back in June, Judge Lyman went ahead and dismissed Justin Baldoni and the Wayfair party's countersuit that they put against Blake Lively, her legal team, and the New York Times. Today, the judge entered a final judgment for the whole entire case, stopping it in its tracks in the trial court. Now, Justin Baldoni and his team had a chance to amend their complaint back in June, and they chose not to take it. But they have not yet even had the opportunity to approach appeals because the clock has not started. Naturally, because the judge entered a final judgment today, the clocks for the appeals would begin today. But because Blake Lively filed and requested that the judge treat her motions for fees and damages be treated as a Rule 59 federal rule, it means that all of the appeals clocks have to stop until those motions have been decided on. So Blake herself said, whoa, I would prefer if we decide whether or not I get to get all this extra money and damages and fees and attorney's fees paid for before the appeals process clock starts. And the judge was like, yeah, okay, All right, no problem. So legally speaking, nobody has missed any appeal date. So when TMZ is reporting that Justin Baldoni is accepting his loss and admitting defeat, that is not what the court docket shows. Justin Baldoni still has every single right to appeal, as does Blake Lively, as does the New York Times. Once Blake Lively's motions for fees and damages have been ruled on. So, translation, yes, the federal court case is closed, but the story is not.
There you go, straight from Katie's mouth. By the way, Katie is amazing. Katie in KC. You can follow her, Katy in KC. You can follow her on Instagram and TikTok. She's also a really nice, really great girl. She was awesome in just an awesome person. Personally, she's really cool. So make sure to go follow her. But there you go. So there's a lot of misinformation, and all these big, publications are just jumping on it, which is really strange. And it just goes to show how easy misinformation can really get out there if you go onto the PR take of it all, as we always like to do. You can see just everyone did it. Everyone did it. Page 6, New York Post, ABC News, Us Weekly, E News, People, BBC, and the list goes on. Complex, Fox News. I mean, every single person did it. And it's strange because no one's actually looking into it. No one's really looking into it. And that's fine. I mean, you can almost just let it. Oh my God, how funny. The New York Times, we can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine. Remember that? Remember that article, guys? No one's really looking into it unless you're really looking into it. So I think a lot of people are probably going to be very confused in a few weeks when more stuff comes out, and they're going to be like, I thought it was over. I'm so confused. I thought Blake won. Well, it's not going to be over. It's going to still be going on. And it's not over. It ain't over until we say it's over. It ain't over. Wait. It ain't over. 'Cause over. Remember that song? That being said, X is popping off, guys. X is popping off because there's some people, and I know that, I can just be better and not talk about this, but because I didn't really approach it yesterday online, although I did see all of the other people approach it. And I don't really want to get into it because I despise this content creator more than probably anyone in the journalist space. I mean, there's a lot of people I really don't like in that world, but this one is a true gnat in the space, like ah, like zap, 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 zap. Taylor Lorenz. I struggle with her for so many reasons, but she has been a thorn in our side about this case from the beginning. And she has a lot of takes that I disagree with, obviously, as you guys can only imagine, especially um I don't want to talk about half of her takes, but let me try to find this one take where she talks about let's try to find it. There's let me go through a lot of the garbage before I get to where I really want to be. There's a lot of garbage. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Jews. Oh, dude. Okay, here we go. Well, she reposted our other favorite ex-patriarch, but it's, my God, this girl tweets so much. I thought it was last night. I thought I was going to find it really easily. Holy moly. When did she tweet this? Did I skip it? Oh, here it is. Oh my God. She tweeted it yesterday, and I've been going through 475,000 tweets. That's wild. Okay. She said, and will all the reactionary Democrat and right wing content creators who spent months participating in his smear campaign against Blake apologize and admit they were wrong? Of course not. Now, there's so many things wrong with this, okay? There's so many things wrong with this. Number one, I don't like when you generalize an entire community of people that support someone or don't support someone that has nothing to do with politics and make it a political thing. This bothers me so much. If Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively was a political story, like if they were running for mayor or if they were two political candidates in any capacity, then fine. You can like talk about Democrats and Republicans or right wing or whatever. But they are truly just a pop culture story that has to do with a smear campaign, SH, whatever. Why do you even have to bring up Democrat and right-wing content creators? You're doing this because you're trying to piss people off. You're doing this because you're trying to divide. You're doing this because you're trying to stoke the fire. You're the ember that lit the Palisades, okay? That's literally what you're trying to do. It's obnoxious. It's rude. It's trying to literally piss people off. But the reason why it bothers me more than anything is because of this part. It's because of this part. Accounts Taylor Lorenz follows or mentioned can reply. Well, she didn't mention anyone, so it's only the people that she follows can reply. I don't know how many people she follows, but she surely does not follow all the people she doesn't like. So she's really pissing people off, and then she's closing off her comments so that she doesn't get pushback. And there's nothing worse than people that put out words and then cut off discourse, turning off comments. That's Blake Lively. That's Blake Lively. It's basically saying, I want to be able to say anything and do anything I want, but I don't want to take any of your backlash. It's X. Like, are you worried people are coming to your house? You're allowed to say whatever you want about anything. You're allowed to disparage full communities. You're allowed to call out people. You're allowed to call them haters. You're allowed to make people mad, but you don't want to take any heat. That's gross. I don't like it. I hate it. Now, that being said, one person that we all know, Dave Neal, I guess she does follow. So Dave actually called her out on her shit here and said, like, I don't believe that this is correct. But no one can really even respond to that because the only people that can respond to Dave or even just say like, yes, you're right, or no, I agree with Dave or anything, no one can even say anything because the only people that can respond to Dave are people that Taylor Lorenz follows or mentioned. It's so echo chamber and it's so obnoxious to me. I think this is gross. Like, to close off your comments when you put stuff out there is really obnoxious. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He does post, luckily that he does this for hopefully anyone that's following her. He posts a video from someone I adore and really respect, not actually Golden, on TikTok, who I think is a really, really smart, fair attorney who breaks it down and basically says, this is bullshit. This is not true. But this is confirmation bias. Not Dave, Taylor. This is confirmation bias. You see an article, you see the title, and then you don't even read. You post. And then you will say, nah, I was right and you were wrong. That bothers me. Okay? That bothers me. I don't like that. So I think that these kinds of people should get pushback, and you can't even push back on them. Luckily, the only way you can push back on them is by quote tweeting and posting it on your own feed. And I didn't get to do that. It's so funny. I feel like I was the ember that sparked the fire in the Palisades yesterday because I screenshot this and I sent it to our group chat yesterday. And then I got really busy. I was like doing a ton of stuff with my kids yesterday and I got really busy. And then all of a sudden I realized that like Zach posted about it, Lauren posted about it, Andy Signor posted about it. And I was like, shit, did I spark that fire in the Palisades? But yesterday, like a lot of the content creators saw this and they were pissed and you couldn't respond. So you had to post it on your own feed. So this is actually what bothers me is that of course, she, the little minions over there, ex-patriarch, posted, who's, I haven't talked about him in months. It's like I even forgot about him. I literally forgot he existed. Posted this. Tell me again. I always think he speaks like this. Tell me again. Let me make it bigger. He'll probably come after me again now because I'm mentioning him. He's so excited. He's probably like, she's mentioning me. Tell me again how there's no coordinated harassment campaign targeting any woman who doesn't worship Justin Baldoni. Guess the group chat decided to go target Taylor Lorenz today. Best make the most of it while the check's still clear, guys. He's literally trying to say that we are getting paid by Justin Baldoni. Are you joking me? Like, are we seriously doing that? So add it to the list. Who else is paying me according to these liars? Israel. So I'm getting paid by Israel according to the liars. Now Justin Baldoni. And who else is paying me? Tamra Judge. Tamra Judge, Israel, and Justin Baldoni. I'm so rich, you guys. I'm so rich. So he posted the fact that, all of these different people just basically responded to Taylor Lorenz. And that's it, Fun times. It was kind of fun to go back to like old school Blake Lively arguments, like old school. Well, we shall see. I did see Not Actually Golden post this morning, and she said that it's going to get like noisy in the Baldoni Lively camp in the next few days. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm like, in the next few days, this shit never shut up. This legal battle never stopped. It literally never stopped. It's wild. Let's talk about another story, huh? Let's talk about another story. Oh, is there anything else I can talk about with the Baldoni story? Oh, Ryan Reynolds got another movie. Did you hear about that? We can talk about that. Ryan Reynolds got a movie about Eloise. He's ruining all of our movies, and I'm so over it. Ryan Reynolds just booked the new movie Eloise on Netflix. Can we talk about that? There's two things that are wrong right now. Number one, he's teaming up with my favorite, Amy Sherman Palladino. We have a big problem. You guys, now I'm going to get pissed. Only now. I was calm until now. We have a problem. Amy Sherman Palladino created Gilmore Girls. Do you understand my obsession with Amy Sherman Palladino? Okay? We have a problem. Netflix boards Amy Sherman Palladino and MRC, I don't know who MRC is, adaptation of the classic children's book Eloise with May Shank, who's so cute, I saw a picture, and Ryan Reynolds on board to star. What the hell? Wait, what's MRC? Of course, Maximum Effort. Maximum Effort is producing. Number one, that picture of Ryan Reynolds is 40 years old. Can we talk about the fact that Deadline picked a picture of Ryan Reynolds from 1999? Why is he so... This is before he met Blake. This picture was taken when he was still with Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry. When I think of Ryan Reynolds, I do not think kid-friendly anymore. Every time the guy is interviewed, he is truly creepy. There better be a lot of parental guardians on set. I'm just saying. I don't think I'm not saying that he's going to be creepy around her, but I don't know. He says weird things. It says Eloise has been beloved for generations, which she has been. Why is Scarlett Johansson in the video on this right here? Do you guys see that? Why is Scarlett Johansson on the video right here? That's wild. The film had been set up at Paramount. But Netflix now moved fast to reunite with Reynolds and Maximum Effort after working on past films like Red Notice. When Amy introduced us to May Shank, we knew instantly she was Eloise, said Ashley Fox and Johnny Pariseau, co-presidents of production Maximum Effort. She's got the spark, the wit, and just the right amount of mischief. Mischief. We're so excited to introduce her to the world with our friends at MRC and Netflix. You guys, I have a little bit of insider info. And I have to say something. I don't know if I can say something. Those two people that I just said, the two heads of Maximum Effort, those names that I just said, they're local parents, like very local here in LA, like mutual mom friends that I have. I just found out. It's a husband and wife team. Like we have mutuals. I just found this out and I'm like, oh my God. What if I end up at like a birthday party with them? I'm going to have to hide my face. They work with Ryan Reynolds. It's like a little too close for comfort. Ashley Fox and Johnny Pariseau, co-presidents of production at Maximum Effort. So there you go. There you go, guys. There you go. Ryan Reynolds is just living his best life. Now, apparently, let me find this. Apparently, Blake Lively shared a Halloween reel. Let's look at it together. Because I like to have fun. Really excited about this one. So Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds finally showed their faces together after a long hiatus. I guess they did like an up-themed thing. What's going on here? Okay, here we go. Oh, we're back in a time lapse. Get ready for Halloween with a millennial girl. Okay, you ready? Okay, it's going really fast. Why is the thing moving? Camera's moving. Oh, of course, she's using her own products. It's a lot of products. Why is the camera moving? We're moving. Camera's moving. She's getting gray. Have you guys seen this? I haven't seen this yet. There's someone else in the... She's doing her makeup. I don't even know what's happening. Why does the camera keep moving? Can you just get a tripod? Okay, she's doing her makeup, Lots of makeup. She's an old woman. She's doing the wife from Up. Oh, that's cute. It's actually really cute. She did a good job. Okay, get ready for Halloween with the boy. Something boy. Quick pro touch-up. It's him and her. Okay. Gen X boy. Okay. This is the first time that they've been seen together recently. Kenny's asking. Yeah, it is. I don't hate it, actually. I don't hate it for them. It's actually, you know what? I'm gonna be nice, you guys, for the first time ever. For the first time ever, I think it's actually kind of cute. I wish they were just more normal like this more often. This is actually not horrible. The camera work is a little shoddy, but other than that, I think it's kind of cute. It's cute costumes, and I'm sure the music is, I can't play the music, but it's the music from Up. I don't hate it. I think it's kind of cute. I wonder what the kids were, but I mean, he and her are cute. It kind of like makes me sad that they ruined their careers with this mess. You know? Okay. Let's move on. Let's talk about our next story. How about we do that? Before we do that, I have to remind you guys that our another sponsor of our show is hers. Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications. It's the buzz at brunch, your group chats, and even at the doctor's office. But how do you know if weight loss medications are right for you? Enter hers. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to weight loss treatment plans for every budget. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and access to 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive. Hers provides access to affordable weight loss plans built around oral medication kits and GLP-1 injectable options. With oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month with a 10-month plan when paid up front and full. Hers puts your health and goals first with real medical providers, making sure you have what you need to get results, all from the comfort of your couch. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through Hers. Whether you want to lose weight, grow thicker, fuller hair, or find relief for anxiety, Hers has you covered. Visit forhers.com/dailydose to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's forhers.com/dailydose. forhers.com/dailydose. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded drug products are not approved or evaluated for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. All right, we got to get into this other story, you guys, that is pretty wild, and it came out of nowhere, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy and it's sad. Obviously, there's this whole Lily Allen story that I don't know if you guys are paying attention to, but Lily Allen is this actress that, singer that was married to David Harbour. David Harbour, who is the actor that is on Stranger Things. And they have this weird cheating story, affair, breakup, divorce that I haven't really gotten into, and I'm not about to get into it now. But on top of everything else, they're going through this whole divorce situation, and people have a lot of thoughts about it. But then now, on top of everything else, over the weekend, or I think on Friday, out of nowhere, we get this story. And it came out of nowhere. And I was like, this is a biggie. Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, 11 on Stranger Things, filed a harassment and bullying claim before they started shooting the last season of Stranger Things. There were pages and pages of accusations. And Daily Mail Plus, which I pay for you guys, will reveal the latest bombshell claims facing, they say, Lily Allen's estranged husband, David Harbour. But David Harbour, who is from my casting days, he was a huge, big actor in the space. Like, I know that when he booked Stranger Things, that was like a very big get. He's been known in the acting space for years. This is a big deal. You guys, this is a big deal. Millie Bobby Brown is 21, 22 years old. She's very young. She started when she was really young. This is not good, okay? He's 50, and this is not good. It says they have always had a turbulent relationship on screen, but now, and remember, she plays basically, I can't remember exactly. Is she his daughter on the show? Not daughter. Like adopted? Like, what's their relationship on the show? I can't remember. What's 11 and his relationship on the show? Adopted daughter. Thank you. But now the Daily Mail can reveal that David Harbour faced shocking claims he bullied and harassed her. He's 50, who is also facing allegations that he cheated on Lily Allen, his estranged wife. He stars as Jim Hopper, ex-police chief, who adopts Millie. Oh, I could have just kept reading. Who adopts her character 11 in the show, who's about to air its 5th and final season. He is said to have faced an internal inquiry after the British actress allegedly complained about his behavior towards her. While the outcome of the investigation is not known, the allegations did not include claims of sexual impropriety. A source said Millie Bobby Brown filed a harassment and bullying claim before they started shooting the last season. That's season 4. There were pages and pages of accusation. Last night, Netflix declined to comment about any investigation, but it's understood that Miss Allen, whose new album eviscerates Mr. Harbor, claiming he cheated on her multiple times, steadfastly supported her husband through the brutal ordeal. A source said Lily supported him throughout it all. It was a brutal time. So basically, Lily Allen was married to David Harbor during the entire time. Millie Bobby Brown accused him of inappropriate behavior, bullying, etc. Lily Allen supported him during it, but then is now divorcing him over claims of cheating. It says Millie had a personal representative with her on set during filming the final series and is destined to be one of Netflix's most watched ever. It said the streamer is so convinced that the final season will be such a massive hit, so it's releasing the finale in 2 parts. It'll be a theatrical event. Nothing is going to overshadow this, not even with the leading man's private life. Yeah, I'm sure for Netflix, they're freaking out over this. It says the source added it was unfortunate that Mr. Harbor's personal woes have hit the headlines at a time when Stranger Things fans were looking forward to a global celebration to mark the end of the groundbreaking show. Netflix will never comment on an internal investigation, but the fact that they've not denied it speaks volumes. Miss Allen, this is Lily Allen, who's in LA this week and is celebrating the best reviews of her career for her new album, West End Girl, which painfully charts the betrayals in her 4-year marriage, which led to its implosion last December. This is Lily and David. They've had a really crazy, strange relationship, you guys. I have to be honest. Last weekend, the Daily Mail on Sunday revealed that New Orleans costume designer Natalie Tippett is Madeline, a song written about a woman that he had an affair with and includes real text message exchanges between his wife and the mistress. Miss Allen, that's Lily Allen, while not denying the story, appeared to backtrack this week, saying Madeline is a composite of several women. A source said Lily went through a lot of pain in private. There were a lot of tears, a lot of angst. She created some of her best art out of that pain. There have been suggestions that Miss Allen's attacks on her husband on the new album may be a publicity stunt to drum up more attention. The pain Lily went through is real, etc. You know, they have kids together, but clearly there is like a lot of stress there between. Last night, representatives for Millie declined to respond to multiple requests for comments. So no one is responding to these comments over whether or not, you know, basically over these claims, over the harassment and bullying claims. But the truth is, if they're out there, if the stories are out there, you know that it's true. I don't know how they got the leaks, basically. David Harbor, here's another article. David Harbor gushed over his fatherly affection for Millie Bobby Brown before this bullying report. He's talked about how close they are. He's known her for years and years, you guys. They've been working on the show for so many years. She was 12 when they first started filming the show. And now, I mean, that was 2016. It's been almost 10 years that they've been working together. She's 21 now. A source claimed this week that she filed a lengthy complaint. So a source has shared it, but there's no, like, Netflix is not confirming it, but they're not denying it. So this is concerning. What do you guys think? Now let me go over to your comments. Hold on. What exactly did he do? I love Millie. We don't know. Clearly, it was not of a sexual nature, that we know for sure, but it was obviously bad behavior, enough of a bad behavior that she clearly complained. So whether he treated her maybe verbally abusive, maybe he yelled, maybe he wasn't kind to her, I have no idea. Some suspect, and I was just about to go here, that Allen may have been the source. She's still angry, maybe. Well, listen, if Lily Allen supported him through this and kept it hush hush, but now she's really mad at him, of course you're going to want to release maybe dirt on your ex if you're not happy with them. This would be the time that you would say, like, well, I'm going to screw you over and release all the shade and all the dirt on you that I was kind of like keeping hidden for you while we were still together, once you find out that they've cheated on you and done everything bad to you. They're saying, a lot of people are saying that they had an open marriage. Don't expect anyone, to be honest. Enrique says, I don't give an F, to be honest. He cheated. So what? People cheat all the time. But if this is true, it's damaging to their career. They both follow each other, though. Oh, they follow each other on social. Becky says, I mean, maybe he treats her like his daughter and she doesn't like it. That's interesting. Jesse and Max says, did you see the video where Millie openly makes fun of her husband for having empathy and called it exhausting as he broke beside her and slumped his shoulders? She's a narcissist. No, I have not seen that, and now I'd be interested to see it. Another comment saying Evelyn says he may have treated her like his daughter and she couldn't stand it because she feels like an adult. Listen, you have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes. We have definitely seen a lot of people that take personalities and think that they're being yelled at or screamed at or treated badly. In reality, they're just hearing things differently. You don't know. Millie Bobby Brown has grown up on that show. She's now found her voice, and this isn't the only thing Millie Bobby Brown has been complaining about lately. Really interesting. I will say that I don't want to blame a victim ever, and that is not what I'm doing. I just think it would be very interesting to hear other people's take on their relationship and how he treats them. I would like to hear what the other kids feel that he does. Does he treat everyone this way? Are there other witnesses to this treatment? The only reason I say that is because as a mother of a teen, and yes, I am a mother, but I would say that my kids probably hear me in a way that is different than what is in reality. Do you know what I mean? How you always think your mom is yelling at you? You hear people differently than what even my kids sometimes, my older kids sometimes will come home to me and say, my teacher yelled at me. And then I'll get more details and I'll be like, what do you mean? And I'll find out. And then I'll find out that they just basically said, put your book away. I'm like, that's not a yell. You're too sensitive. That's not yelling. That's just being a teacher. You're allowed to say, put your book away without yelling. You need to be a little stronger than that. Be a little more resilient than that. You want me to show you yelling? So I don't know. But I mean, to file complaints is a big deal too. So clearly, thank you so much, Christina, for reminding everyone to please hit the like button and subscribe. So I'm not to say that she didn't actually have bad experiences with him, because it doesn't sound to me like he's a peach, but I'd be curious to know if other people experienced anything. I think that in the case of the Blake and Justin case, we have seen so many people jump to conclusions after just complaints, after just accusations. We need to get all the information. We have absolutely no information. So I'd be curious. But an accusation can ruin a career. Now, an accusation of bullying is not enough to ruin a career. If she said SH, that can ruin your career. So luckily, there's none of that, and we don't have to worry about that. But bullying, it's bad enough, but I'd be curious to see what else there is. And who's the source? Where did this get released? Very, very interesting. Okay, I have one other not juicy, but like interesting little thing that I found on Daily Mail. And I don't even know if I should be talking about this, but this is kind of weird. Okay, you guys. So I just saw the headline and I was like, I gotta read this. I don't even know if this is gonna be good, but let's go through this, okay? This is for all the Andy Cohen people, because I talk about Andy Cohen on the show. It says, I won't ever forget what I saw at Andy Cohen's party. He may admit he's hooking up with guys on every dating app, but this is the truth about men like him. Dun, dun, dun. This is for all the lovers of Andy Cohen, or maybe not. Should we get into it? Should we try it? It says, I won't readily forget salivating over the army of young, nearly naked men who gathered with me a few years ago for a New York Pride party. They were hot and drunk and dancing and happy to be putting on a show for their beaming host, Andy Cohen, who apparently now hates them all. To the casual observer, one would think these bouncing boys were exactly Andy's type. So why did he go on the Call Her Daddy podcast last week and disparage these eager beavers as slurpy twinks? When asked by sex-obsessed host Alex Cooper about his dating life, Cohen went out of his way to dismiss the fervent young men who've seemingly been ubiquitous in his orbit, moaning, I don't want to be with some, slurpy twink. You looked pretty happy in a sea of slurping sailors at that rooftop pool you rented out, Admiral. Note to Andy, the boys I ogled that night aren't into either one of us. Those transitional hunks were all hanging out because the booze was flowing and the vibes were free. Lonely Cohen, now 57, says he's looking for love on a myriad of dating apps, from Grindr to Tinder and celebrity favorite Raya. Why so many? Is he a romance glutton? He even admitted to hooking up with men he found on classifieds website Craigslist. So many choices, so little success. Andy also told Cooper he doesn't want to feel that he must impress people he's dating, which is rather convenient because there's nothing very impressive about being regularly photographed in the Hamptons each summer looking like a disheveled slob. That Pride pool party wasn't the first time I'd met the original Bravo celebrity. I interviewed him nearly 20 years ago, and dressed in his nerdy, buttoned-up navy blue blazer, this peppy prep pretended he had never heard of me. That's odd, because last year when asked by The Hollywood Reporter if he would have dumped his job at CBS in the 90s to become an MTV VJ, he said, oh my God, in a second. Remember MTV at the time? John Norris, Kennedy, VJs were superstars back then. So this is written by Kennedy, the MTV VJ. You guys remember Kennedy? Andy's admitted before how he begged CBS bosses to be let on air, but one brutal boss told him no because of his terrible crossed eyes situation. Eventually, he got his revenge by rising to the top of the Bravo ladder, casting himself as the villainous ringmaster in the Real Housewives circus and turning rich, insecure women's lives upside down for sport. It's no secret that Cohen and Bravo have been the subject of several lawsuits, the most recent and high profile being from former New York housewife Leah McSweeney, whose discrimination suit claims Andy is at the center of a vindictive substance-fueled enterprise. Formerly sober, McSweeney alleges that Andy pressured her to fall off the liquor wagon in a pursuit of morbidly salacious reality television. She also claims Cohen took cocaine and gave favorable treatment and edits to any housewife who snorted with him. Cohen has denied all her claims, but it's got me thinking. Queen Bitch's throne is a lonely seat. With 60 coming fast around the corner, my advice to single Andy is to turn the pink page, put the sex apps down, and find the relationship you seek by finally being yourself, not some caricatured Bravo creation. Okay, interesting. What is the big takeaway from that article? He wants to find love? What's the problem? I told you I liked Andy Cohen in the Call Her Daddy episode. I found it to be like a nice interview. Something is wrong with me today, you guys. I thought Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds Halloween costumes were cute. And I like Andy Cohen and his Color Daddy. I'm telling you. And I liked, why was that an article? That article was a big waste of time. And I understood why Heather Dubrow was angry at Gretchen. Like, I'm changing. It must be menopause. Maybe menopause is making me nicer. Guys, I'm turning to the dark side, Joy said. I'm turning to the dark side. I'm becoming nice. Shit. Got to get more angry and more mean. What's next? What's next for me? I'm going to start subscribing to Taylor Lorenz? God forbid. Shit. What's next? Pumpkin spice lattes? All right, you guys, I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Monday. I adore you. Be good, be kind, and drink your pumpkin spice lattes. Give someone a hug near you. I adore you all. Love you. Live, love, laugh. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.